Dope Boyz, Dope Boyz, Dope Boyz in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? Dope Boyz, Dope Boyz, Dope Boyz in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up, people?
Welcome to the Dope Boyz Podcast, episode 2.
Numero dos.
And who do we have here today?
Me, myself, and you. Oh,
Me, myself, and the Dope Boyz.
Yeah, you.
What's up, Dope Boy?
What's up, my dope boy brother? Brother.
You know, when we were coming up with his name, you know how many times we went back and forth through text, right?
Yeah, I'd be at work just going, trying to think of fucking anything possible.
And we finally we landed on a name, and I felt when I finally heard it, I was like, damn, that sounds cool. But it kind of sounds like we're drug dealers.
I mean, who was the fucking singer of that song?
Who was it? Eazy-E?
No, is the rapper.
The Game?
The Game, yeah.
Yeah, The Game, yeah.
God, I even forgot.
Well, in the hood, the Dope Boyz is, you're pretty much considered a drug dealer.
On The Gang?
For all of our listeners out there. But I guess for us, it could also mean, like in the 80s, hey, man, you're a dope
boy. Yeah.
Dope boy, you're dope, man.
You're fucking dope.
You're cool,
I think
dude.
you're actually fucking dope.
But then it could also mean you're a dope. Like you're an idiot.
I mean, sometimes.
You're a moron. Thank you.
Oh, you remembered.
But whatever, man. Whatever you guys want to.
They're still laughing at you, by the way.
Oh, they.
Yeah.
Oh, then I got to talk after they're done.
Yeah.
Laughing. Oh,
yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's the way it works. But yeah, so what does it matter what you guys, whatever you guys want to see us as, drug dealers or
idiots
or dummies?
Yeah,
it's all good.
I mean, it's scary if I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Yes, you are. And, but so am I.
Well,
to be fair.
Not really.
No?
No.
I think I am. You know what? Yeah.
I think you're the smarter one of the both of us.
That's very kind of you to say. I really appreciate that. But I feel like once I'm able to relax, like fully relax, I feel like a goofball.
How long does it take for you to relax?
You got to ask
like
Lindsay.
Weeks?
You got to ask Lindsay. By the way, we have a very special guest tech. She's manning the boards. She's manning the laptop. She's manning the recording. She's
a dope girl.
She is a dope girl.
Imagination.
We have with us today on the podcast as well, off camera, Lindsay Lowe.
Oh, wrong one. Hi.
Try the one you wanted. Which one did you want?
I wanted hello, everyone. It's Lindsay Lowe.
Lindsay Lowe.
And it was going to be the...
Okay.
Let's see if I
Suspense.
can get it. Hold on,
It's
everyone.
killing me.
Blue is the scary one.
Well, we're going to go with that one.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. And thank you, Dope Boyz, for having me on.
You're very welcome. Thank you for helping us out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Lindsay Lowe is my love.
And you're my love.
Isn't that sweet?
And didn't we
I'm
meet?
a third wheel here.
You're Uncle Daylon to our son.
Be rad.
Bradsters.
And I actually met both of you at Haunt.
You did.
What year again?
Oh, no.
22. No?
The infamous 2022?
Yes.
It was.
Yes,
see?
it was.
Mm-hmm.
I met John Dario at Haunt. I met Daylon at Haunt.
Yeah.
And actually, last year, the three of us had quite the mini little series going on, which caught a lot of attention to not only the monsters, but a lot of the makeup team behind the stage.
Do you think they cared?
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
How many is they? Like 5?
Well, no. So for those listening, so Daylon, I would have John in my makeup chair.
Sorry for the key noise.
And Daylon and John or Dario, as many of you know him. I call him John. That's another story for another podcast.
Let's save it for your episode.
Yes. But Daylon and Dario would have the same makeup time. And then we, for some reason, just started doing funny little videos.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I think whose idea was it?
Well, first it was pictures, and then we started doing little snippets. I think it was all of ours. And then for some reason, I turned into the director.
I think it was your idea.
But then you guys came up with the songs.
No. The songs were you.
Were they me?
The songs were you, because we were out there, and I was like, I wonder what she's going to do this time. We should do this one. And then but you would just already pick one. And I think it wasn't until the last one we picked one.
Yeah. It's very fuzzy. You know how these things happen, how quick they happen.
Well, but then I started getting messages. When is the next video?
Really?
Yes. From monsters, and I'm not going to name any monsters, but I would get monster messages. When is the next video coming? And I really believe, and this is one of my questions actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, questions.
Yes. Do you think, and a lot of the makeup artists too, they would be watching us, and there's one video in particular where there's a fan, because we would have lots of fans, and Daylon has his hair blowing in the fan in one of the mini videos.
Yeah.
So do you, both of you, believe that maybe this chemistry that you both have started?
The chemistry?
Yeah, you have this chemistry. Do you believe that those mini videos probably led to now where the podcast is? Because here you both are. Everyone loved those videos. And by the way, you can go onto my Instagram, Miss Lindsay Lowe, to watch those mini videos, and you'll get a crack up, because there is a song and there is a story behind those videos and a wonderful ending.
Yeah, no, that was fun. That was fun.
It was fun.
Those were fun.
It was fun.
I looked forward to it. And then when you said no, you didn't want to do it those nights, I was like, fuck, man. I was thinking about this all day.
I know you'd have a really good idea. I got a good idea.
Not today.
It's important to have chemistry, though, and you guys have the chemistry to carry a podcast. So do you think those many videos, and now here you both are doing a podcast?
Well, you know what? Let's make this very clear. Daylon was really pushing me to do this podcast, and I didn't want to. Not that I didn't want to. I just didn't know how it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it was just kind of it was last year, I think, way before the season started.
Yeah, you had been pushing it, and we should do a podcast, and
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it, man. And then, but I always, I'm very logical. I'm like, how are we gonna pay for this? How are we gonna,
Yeah.
And then finally, a situation landed where we were able to pay for it and make it work. And then, we're like, oh shoot, this is gonna happen.
It just happened in a day.
Like literally
a day.
Yeah, it was like, hey, dude, I
got the equipment.
Yeah,
it's coming. It's coming on Sunday.
Let's do it. It was that quick.
And you guys have chemistry on the streets too.
Well, yeah, because I gotta make this fucker.
But is it planned?
What?
Your chemistry and what you guys come up with, or
no?
It's just
all
improv.
It's all on the fly. Because the first year, his first year of Goring, I was just trying to figure out how to get him going, because he was there, and I was like, he seems like him and Jess seem like they'd be cool, because you can only do so much with the same people, then you gotta eventually, venture out, otherwise it gets boring, or it gets stale and you run out of ideas. So I would do my things with Braden and Ryan. It was Ryan's first year too, so but yeah, then, we were doing our things, and then I was like, fuck, man, when they're gone sliding, what am I going to do? And I'll see this fucker just standing there smoking his cigar with Jess with her little knife. And I was like, I gotta fuck with these people, you know?
You know what? It was so funny when Jess started like stabbing you, and you know, she would go off and do these little side things with you, these side quests. And then you'd be on the floor shaking like your foot and your leg and stuff, like
little twitches.
Yeah, your little twitches. And I was watching this, and I was again like just holding my laugh because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. But then I don't know, I wish I could remember the exact moment we started like, you know, talking and stuff or interacting with each other's characters, but I didn't. I don't remember that, and I wish I could, but it just happened. It just started happening where I was like beating you up and with my bat.
I remember the thing was you would grab me by my vest and like walk me, and like you'd fucking like you're like hanging me, yeah,
right, like a bad puppy or something.
Yeah, and I was like rocking, and then you would run and toss me, and I would go spinning on the ground and fucking throw my legs over my head. That's where the leg thing started.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
it was when you would throw me and I would land over my fucking head. And then I noticed you would always laugh about that, right? And so I was like, well, fuck, I might as well keep doing it, you know? It's funny.
Yeah, there was a lot of those moments that just happened on the fly, and we don't know who exactly started certain things, but I mean, I think that's where the chemistry started for sure. Just being, you know, you end up finding your people, and you end up clicking with people that you just feel their vibe, and you just, you know, you're like, oh yeah, this guy's cool, or this girl's cool. I think that's what it was more of, if anything.
Yeah, and then you were fucking taken from us the next year, you know?
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird though, because like it was your year. I felt like we did a lot, but like but at the same time, we didn't really like hang out.
No,
we hung out at the March Madness with everybody.
Yeah,
but other than that, like we didn't see each other until the next year, probably, right?
Yeah.
And then you were gone. But like we would still like, I think probably just like message each other, right? But
yeah, we would see each other in passing. We remember before we would clock in, we'd be out in the front of Western.
Yeah.
On our hunt boxes.
Yeah.
It was you and I think Braden and Ryan.
Yeah.
And you guys would be waiting to clock in. Then you guys always would take off first. And then I would be like just...
Yeah, we'd always like say hi, but it was always like a quick thing, you know, and then we give you a hug, or I'd give you a hug, and then we'd walk, and they'd have us walk to that stupid fucking entrance that they opened.
Oh.
But oh well. Yeah, so we, you know, do that, but other than that was pretty much it, you know? It was just hi and bye.
Yeah.
And then again, March Madness.
Yeah.
And you were with Brad, I think.
Yeah, I think that was
Brad. That was like the first time I actually like met Brad. And like I took a picture with him one time, but I didn't know Brad.
I think that was his first March Madness.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. And I met you guys in the Fiesta.
It was, right?
Oh, it was. And that picture, we're all in the front row.
Oh, that was 23, right? No.
Oh, I missed that.
Was it 23 or 24?
Yeah, that was 23.
24?
Oh, 24. 24.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 24 season was coming up.
And I think that following, like that season, when you took him, he was wearing his Apple Watch.
Oh, when I took...
Tell that story.
When I took... so Brad was apparently terrified to go to Scary Farm. Not Scary Farm, for everyone that doesn't know what the hell we're talking about. But he was afraid to go. So we kind of had worked him up to be like, hey, we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna go to Scary Farm, you know. He's like, yeah, okay, you know. So we built him up to go. So it's finally time to go. So I go with him, and we're waiting for the whole for Ghost Town Monsters to be released. And we're waiting, and then the Green Witch, she's talking, and we're like crotch to butt. Everyone's just packed.
Sounds nice.
Waiting. Oh, it was very nice.
Very nice of you.
And so then he checks his heart rate on his Apple Watch, and it was like at 180.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was scared, dude. He was.
And no wonder he looked kind of little. Because I took a picture with you guys. You guys were standing by the factory store.
Yeah.
As the band was playing. I kept trying to go up to like say hi, and then we took a picture and he didn't. He was very kind of like hi and bye,
Right.
Not really like hey, what's up,
He was terrified.
Yeah, I can tell.
And I think I was like, okay, we have to bring him through. I wanted to bring him through G20 first. We kind of cut through Ghost Town as soon as the monsters were released. We just cut through it quick. We didn't spend too much time. We went straight to G20 through the water ride, that road.
Yeah.
So the back way, railroad tracks. And so we took him there. And then that was like I think that was a nice intro because it was, there's a lot of light there. And then
it's more interactive, fun.
Yeah, it's kind of, you running around being silly goose, and but then you got your scares too. So which is I think we don't get a lot of credit for scares, I feel. Or is that just me?
No, because I kind of had this issue last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about it, but because I can't. But
No.
Fuck. Oh, I mean, oh shit. I mean, oh fuck. But what was I saying? The scares.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's because I post so much of like the funny. That's all I get is the funny videos that our friends record for us, or just people on YouTube or wherever I find them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of just the funny shit that I'm doing. So it's not, and that's like, if we're like calculating time, it's like probably 20 minutes of the fucking night,
Yeah.
But because there's so many videos I have, it just seems like every single night, all night long. But it doesn't count for the times where I'm walking from one end to the other, back and forth for an hour straight, scaring people back and forth.
Yeah.
The silly stuff happens. It happens throughout the shift, but it's mainly towards the end when there's no one there.
Yeah.
Daylon, I have a question for you.
Yeah, I got an answer.
So you've got the monsters that are very, very terrifying.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get credit or enough credit for being silly? And how do you mentally prepare yourself to how do you prepare yourself as a performer to do what you do?
To clarify the first part, did you say that I don't get enough credit?
Do you feel like you do?
For being silly or scary?
Yeah.
For being silly?
Both.
Silly for sure. I feel like that's what most people know me for, which is, I mean, it's fine. I'd rather be that than known as the scary guy. Cause I feel like, people need a laugh throughout the night, especially there.
Okay. Then let me reword it.
Okay.
Do you think it's hard, like really difficult
To be silly?
Yeah.
Not at all.
No.
That's why I do it. It's 'cause it's so fucking easy. Like that's something that's, I guess, comes natural.
I think it's easy for Daylon to be silly, but to be silly at knots, I don't know if that's I think a lot of monsters there want to be serious.
Right.
They want to be seriously scary. They want to terrify people, which is a part of our job description. And we're there to scare, right?
Right.
But one of the great monsters, a legend once told me, he's like, if you can't scare them, give them a memory. Give them something to memory, something of a memory, some type of laugh, some type of interaction.
Yeah.
And that monster is Gary Spaz. Shout out to Spaz. But he told me that. He gave me that piece of advice, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, like it's really good advice, because we can't always scare, and especially there's just some people that don't want to be scared.
No, you can tell too. I mean, it's what you're fucking paying for, but whatever. But I mean, it's true. You know what I mean? Like I fucking will scare someone and be like, "Why the fuck do you scare me?" I'm like, "Well, because you're fucking here. Why are you here?" Whatever. But it's like 1% of the time, right? But
you have one. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Before I forget this thought, you have one of the greatest scares ever.
Which one's that?
You don't even know it.
Which one is it?
It's one of the greatest, slowest scares ever.
Is it the one that you made the video of?
I caught it on tape. Okay, I'll fight anyone for this. If anybody wants to challenge me on this, you guys could come and get it.
Challenge him.
There's this video I caught of Daylon on my day off. I'm recording inside of Goring. I'm trying to, get footage for my video. And it's like I'm by the pizzeria. And so I have my camera and I have it set to the what do you call it? The fisheye. I forgot the 1 point, whatever. So I see these girls coming, and then I see Daylon coming. But Daylon, he's scraping with his little things on his shoes. He's like you see him coming, dude. Like you see him, like he's obviously coming towards you. He's making the sound, and then out of nowhere, as he meets the girls, he does this side thing. He just goes, and they go, ah!
Oh, the stomp.
And he does this stomp, and then he just continues going like into the dark. Dude, that has to be the greatest scare I've ever seen because it required so minimal atmosphere, minimal makeup. You weren't dressed like a creature. You were in the brightest zone that there is at Scary Farm, and you scared the crap out of these girls, dude. And I was like, wow, that is greatness, my friend.
So what I try to do is I don't look at these people. I don't look at them at all. Like I'm looking to the left and they're to the right. So I'll look this way, but I can see in my peripheral, they're right there. Right. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I guess I've timed it over these years, but without even like looking or anything, I just go, wah, and I stomp, and it's it's a pretty loud stomp.
Yeah.
It's like, you can hear it throughout the zone. But it's just something I've been doing and the first year I had boots on, my army boots on. So it was even louder.
Oh,
but
I don't even, honestly, dude, I don't even think it was loud. I just think the timing was so perfect. I think what makes it so extraordinary is that you were so obviously coming towards them.
Yeah, with the sound and everything.
With your arms like this out and everything. Like they see you, dude. You're not a small guy. You're a tall guy. And it's like, and you're very lit up. Yeah. Like the atmosphere is you're just lit up as you can be. And you still freaking scared him, dude. Like, what the hell, dude?
That's not easy to do.
It's not.
Easy. No. It's like in makeup, doing the easiest, most natural type of makeup is the hardest thing to do. So being lit up and possibly what people see, doing the easiest quote unquote scares got to be the most difficult. Well, you guys are in the brightest zone.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the obvious scares are my favorite because it's just like, I'm right there, you see me. And like I'll scare people and be like, I saw you too. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I made you see me, But yeah, I like, to answer your question, I don't find it hard to be silly. And I think that's what I'm most recognized for, or people see me as a silly one. And I'd rather be that because, as I said, like it's hard to do that, especially if you're working like another job or, it's late at night, his fucking guests are mean and they say crazy shit, man, just other things that happen that don't relate to the job too, or it can be a lot. So, if I'm able to make some people laugh when they're having a hard time, it's perfect for me. But what was the second part of your question? Do you remember?
I do not.
Oh fuck, I don't either.
If I remember, I will come back.
Okay. But yeah, and I don't think it's. I don't know. I never found. Because even the first year, I didn't think it was difficult because people are just jumpy. Yeah.
I think it's okay to be both. I think you could, if you can be super scary, do it. And if you can't, make them laugh. And if you can't do that, give them some type of memory.
Yeah.
that you go home to.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like. I mean, I do both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I feel like since we started this podcast, I've gotten to know you a little bit more. I'm getting to know you more, but I'm still curious about you, some other parts of who you are, because I don't know.
What other parts you?
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of curious. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Whittier, 15 minutes from Knott's.
Whittier, where the girls are prettier?
That's what they say.
Wow. So Whittier, my cousin, he used to, his dad he lived in Whittier. On the weekends, he would go with his dad to Whittier. I remember that's the first time hearing about Whittier.
Shittier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Whittier your whole life?
Yeah, and the same street my whole life.
You were born in Whittier?
Yeah. At the hospital in Whittier.
Damn. Oh, I think I had a niece born at that hospital too.
Presbyterian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. It's a nice hospital, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Or was, I don't know.
that's where I've gone for everything.
Wow. What school did you go to?
Which one?
I don't know. Grade school?
So I went to Scott Avenue for elementary.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to Granada, which is literally right next door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Lucerna for high school.
Lucerna. Sounds familiar.
Lucerna Lancers.
The Lancers.
Mm-hmm.
You were did you do any theater?
Hell no.
None of them?
Hell no. I mean, my mom put me into this acting school when I was
Really?
like
Which one?
Barbizon or some shit.
So was it in Whittier?
No. It was in like fucking Costa Mesa. And it was because my nephew, they were trying to get my nephew into doing it. And the person had asked my sister and my mom, like, oh, do you know anyone who would be interested? You know, there's sales, you know, he wants to get more money, right? That's maybe a little older. Like, yeah, actually my son would do it, you know? And I was like, oh, fuck it. I guess I'll do it, you know? And, man, it was every Saturday. And it was during, I was in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was stuck because I didn't, you know, I had soccer, but then I had to miss because I had to go to fucking Costa Mesa for fucking 4 hours. It was from like 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I was like, fucking, I hated that shit.
It was like work.
It was like, well, especially because you had school Monday through Friday, and then you're just finally the weekend. All I'm thinking about is playing soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seeing my friends, you know?
Yeah.
And then I got to go fucking there and miss, you know?
Mm.
I remember we went to Horror Nights on a Friday, and we had a soccer game. I think it was at 12 p.m. So I would have missed it if I went to the school.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my mom, I told her, hey, I'm too tired. I didn't sleep at all last night because we got home at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, can I just, you know, I'm not even going to my soccer game. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she thought like, you know, it was my excuse. It wasn't my excuse
Mm-hmm.
because I had to go to my soccer game, and my dad's like, I was like, don't tell mom, you know, but she found out, but, so I missed, but yeah, so that's the only thing I did. I was the oldest one there. Everyone,
Really?
My homie, my best friend was 10 years old. I was fucking like 16.
Oh, snap. That's funny.
Yeah,
whoa.
dude. My little homie.
Do you remember anything from that school? Did you learn
I remember
anything?
everything. I mean, they taught us how to do. The one I hated was the makeup one. We did it one time, thank God. And they're like, you got to put makeup on your face. I was like, fuck no. You got to fight me for it, you know? And here I am doing Scary Farm, but I guess it's different. So I'm getting paid for it. But they had us do commercial class. We had to read the script with other people. We had to do a lot of the ones we did was runway, like modeling. It was funny to see a little bunch of like 6, 7, 8-year-olds doing fucking runway, and they're
That
like,
makes so much sense now because you're kind of considered okay. Now go ahead.
Consider what?
A model.
Oh yeah. We're both the models, don't you know? I was walking down that runway when I was 16, but here still I am.
It's all connecting now.
Yeah, dude, it all makes sense now. No wonder.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah, so a lot of the shit we did was runway. I remember that, and they would have us do at the very last thing we would do for class, like to go before we left to go home. They would have our parents come and sit, and then we'd do like a fucking runway. Oh, and sometimes we'd have to like read a script in front of our parents, and I would always tell my mom or dad and whoever came to pick me up, usually my mom, don't come in. I'll be out there when I'm done. I fucking and it was that hand clap song. You know what song I'm talking about? Everybody clap. No. It's called hand clap. I know that's what it's called. But every time I hear that fucking song, I get like PTSD. I'm like, oh fuck, here I go. I hate that song now. It's a good song, but I hate it. But then I remember we did the graduation, right? It was at a Marriott. I think maybe a Long Beach or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm into wrestling, the WWE, and so that same day was fucking the Royal Rumble, which is my favorite pay-per-view. And I was like, fuck, man, I got to do this shit and I'm going to miss the Royal Rumble. Right. That was my thoughts at the time. So I wasn't excited about it, but so we were there, we got there at 8 a.m. And we had to take like 3 sets of outfits that they told us, one red, the other one black, whatever the fuck. And they said there's going to be casting or directors or whatever, agents. There you go. Agents. And they're going to be in the audience, along with their family members. And they're going to, they're like, okay, there's going to be one though, that's for like the 14 and up. And then the rest of them are going to be for the kids. Oh, well, thanks. And it was me and some deaf kid. He was 14.
Right.
And so we were the oldest ones and I was obviously older. So they had us go into some room. We had some like changing room, like a little locker room, And so it was me with a bunch of little kids just in there. And I was like, this is what I'm fucking doing with my life right now, on a Sunday. And so then, obviously like the kids were all nervous because we had to remember a script. And so yeah, we were in there for like, we had to do practice. We had to do that a few times, like practice runs through the whole fucking like thing they had us, because we had to do like a few runway things to like songs. Right. And then we did our script. And I remember like all the kids were coming up to me like, can you please like listen to me, like read my script so I can see how I do, please. I'm nervous. I was like, go ahead, dude. Like, you
guys would run lines.
Yeah, they would. I was like, I'm not going to fucking practice in front of fucking other. I'm going to either get it wrong out there or fucking whatever, You're
a terrible student.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I had it memorized though. To be fair, I had it memorized, so it was fine. I didn't need practice, but it's just how my brain works. I didn't want to be there anyway. So, and then it was just funny because it was just me and a bunch of little kids in this room, and then we did the fucking shit, and then they had us come back, I think on like a Monday night with our parent, and to let us know, like to give us like the video of, I think it was the video, because they had us do a photo shoot before,
right? And
so they were going to give us the disc of the photos or whatever, and then let us know if any of the agents wanted us or whatever.
Oh, that's so sad.
And so, like, we get there and like they're like, you got to pay $100. First, they said that we get the pictures. But then we get there and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you got to pay $100-something. Oh, you can either get, just the disc, and that's like $1 something. If you want the disc plus 2 portraits, that's like $130. And like my mom and all the parents, like the guy or lady like walked out for a second, and then all of them looked at each other like, they said it was fucking free, these motherfuckers. It's fucking scam. It was a scam, It was a big ass scam.
I don't want to break it to you, but yeah,
I knew it. I figured it out along the way.
It's so scammy, dude. What a scam. What a like.
Well, yeah, but especially when you like trap. When you look at these fucking the teachers, and then you find them on social media, like, who the fuck are you?
So they weren't even like working actors or anything like that. Like
maybe like this. I remember this old ass dude. Like the only thing he had was some commercial from the 80s from McDonald's. And that's the only thing he would talk about. And, so obviously he didn't do shit after that. And then he probably made $1,000 maybe, from acting. Gosh. And then there was this one dude It was really cool. This guy was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like he only does like he doesn't do anything, but every once in a while I'll see him like do like a little side musical. But it's like nothing big. It's just like a little like for like a high school or some shit, you know?
Right.
And so I was like, that guy's not fucking doing anything. And then I think the biggest person they had was some model, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a lot of followers, but you know, you can buy followers, so who knows?
Right.
But she was the only one that I think like actually did something, but she wasn't always there. She was there like once every once in a while, you know?
Yeah. Because she was actually out there working.
Yeah, she was actually there, and yeah. So I don't know. I obviously nothing happened with me. They ended up signing apparently the deaf kid.
They signed him
Apparently, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I actually, I don't want to be mean, but I actually read the fucking script. You know. That's kind of fucked up, but it's fine.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Oh my!
I actually did the work. Homeboy didn't do anything. But
no, dude, you get I hate hearing those kind of stories where people just get taken for their money, and I mean maybe there was some legitimate agents out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think any of the kids because I remember like a few of the kids were like, "What's your Instagram, dude? What's your Instagram?" After because we were gonna see each other after that, and none of those kids are doing any of that.
I think it could make. I think that story could probably be a nice short, funny movie or something.
Oh yeah, literally.
That was the whole. That was your whole time there.
Oh, dude, and I'd be starving there the whole fucking time, and then I was obviously nervous, because I'd never done anything like that, and then like I just didn't want to. I didn't want to perform in front of everybody, but I had to.
Right.
So I was fucking nervous, and then I was starving, but I couldn't eat because I was so fucking nervous. I had the nervous shits before I would go, you know. So then you got swamp ass while you're there, you know.
Oh
you know how it goes.
Wait, how you were 16?
15, 16 maybe. I was a sophomore in high school, I think.
Oh, shoot. So you were in your teens.
Yeah.
That's so... Dude,
what a fucking time.
Wow, that was a detour that you took. Jeez.
So that's where
how much did your mom spend on that?
A lot of money. I know it was a lot of money. Damn. And I feel bad now because obviously I understand more of money and you know, how you know, it's just hard to do things.
Right.
So like, I feel bad that I didn't take it more serious.
Yeah.
But then again, like I think about it, and like, even if I took it more serious, I would still not be doing anything.
But even that place, I don't think that place was taking itself serious.
No, I think it was just a scam. I mean, you know, it kind of made itself known when they were like, yeah, actually $121 for this fucking disc.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which might as well fucking pay, because I went fucking 3 hours to go take pictures.
Right.
You know?
I mean, and look, you know, like if you go to a professional acting school, I mean, you got to pay for that, right? You got to pay for but you're actually learning, like, you know, great skills. You're not just you're not in this sort of pre-packaging thing where at the end of it you have to pay for your own damn, you know,
pay more on top of what you already paid.
Right. I mean, but you do actually have to. I mean, that's kind of an actor's own job to go looking for somebody, you know, take their headshots,
right?
And, you know, and then trying to get an agent, you know, all that stuff you're gonna have to do anyways. But like, yeah, that sounds very scammy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dario, wasn't your experience just a tad different?
You went to acting school or what?
Yeah, I went to acting school, but before that, I saw this play in junior high, and it was called Bye Bye Birdie, and I thought it was really good. I thought the actors there, I mean, these were junior high kids, and they're really good. And I was like, wow, that would be cool to do. But that's as far as I took it. Like I think that year I had to go to summer school, and I decided to take an acting class, and I took it, and I loved it. But you did a lot of basic stuff, and it was fun, dude. I was like, you get to like create, like using your whole body and your mind, and so I had a great experience with that. And then later on in life, later down the road, I wanted to be, I wanted to get into acting in college. So I was going to Cerritos College at the time, and I decided that I wanted to try acting for the first time. So I was a terrible student in the beginning. I was the type that would take the class and like just one day wouldn't show up anymore. And
did you know what like, I know you wanted to do acting, but did you know what you wanted to do in school? Like did you have a major?
Like, no. I was kind of like, I always had like these stupid little jobs, and I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Neither did I.
I don't think I had any clear idea of what I should do. And
I still don't.
Yeah, dude, a lot of us at that age don't, and I think even into adulthood, you just don't. I guess now you're supposed to like kind of stick with what you're naturally good at.
Yeah.
I was always drawing. I was like an artist, but that at one point bored me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just sit at a desk for hours and hours, and draw under a hot lamp.
Yeah, because I mean, for you, drawing is like your hobby, right? Like something to do to get your mind off things. No.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
your outlet.
I did it for fun. I did it, I actually enjoyed it.
So when you're doing it as a job, it just kills it.
It kind of kills it, yeah. But I didn't see the path of where this could be a job someday. I always thought like I would probably end up being some type of animator for Disney, and like I would have to go to animation school because that's all that was available at the time. Like as far as like big jobs to look at in drawing.
Let me tell you. So speaking of Disney and animating, when I joined the military, one of the guys that was at the recruiting station wasn't my recruiter, but he was there. He was the same job that I had, multimedia illustrator for the Army. And he himself was going to be interviewing with Pixar. I think Pixar, whatever, to start, animating for them. And he had a fucking, a huge thing that, he probably did get the job. Sergeant Thomas was his name.
Portfolio? He had like a huge portfolio.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. And so his whole thing when I was about to leave is, you're going to learn all these things out there, and by the time you come back, like I'll keep in touch with you and I'll get you a job and all this, the promises,
Yeah.
And you're telling me this every time I saw him. He was the one who drove me to my unit to meet everybody and all those things. And then, I would message the dude, and when I was out there, when I got my phone, nothing. Got home and everything he said, nothing.
Oh, no.
Nothing. I didn't even fucking learn anything. But because it was like a sped up course, so. Like, it was 2.5 months of the schooling. And so the first 3 weeks were drawing, which I fucking hate drawing. So, and you don't really do that anyway. Everything's on the computer. So I don't know why they had us learn that. Learn, I should say. We didn't fucking learn anything. And then from there, it was like a few days of Photoshop, a few days of Adobe Illustrator, a few days of, some video editors, and then it was like animation for logos but it wasn't like in depth. Like they gave us like, I remember because we had to come up with our own logo. And when we did our logo, eventually that was during the drawing stage. And then towards the end they had us animate it for our graduation so they can play it on a slideshow, everyone's. And they told us the basics. Like when I went in there to go edit my I was like, I'm talking to Brad right now about Call of Duty, my loadout. Edit my my logo. they didn't teach me enough to where I could actually do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go and watch YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video to fucking figure it out.
Right.
And it was just kind of like annoying. Like, how do you expect me to do this as the job if I'm not learning anything?
Right.
And then when I got home, like, it's not like it's paid for. Like, you have to pay like a subscription to fucking use these apps.
Right.
And then I would go to my unit and not even fucking do any of it. I would just sit there and go fill out paperwork here and there, go count fucking weapons that we never use and count this and that and keep going to the armory and count whatever.
Right.
And so it was just like a whole lot of nothing. You
Right.
know, like it's like I did that for nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that just reminded me of that.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of those programs, some of these people or these companies, well, in your case, the military.
I will say though that our instructors were the fucking most incredible people ever.
Right,
You
right.
know?
I think it's not even the instructor's fault. It's just
No.
whatever program is set up.
Which
whatever.
I got lucky because we were the second to last class ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're kind of getting rid of that job because like one of the instructors would tell us at one of the bases that job they didn't really have anything for them to do, so they would just go tell them to go outside and paint rocks. And so like, go paint that rock yellow. They paint it yellow. Okay, what else do you want me to do? Go paint it red now.
Dude.
You know. And so he's like, you know, so it was dying, so they were combining it with I think it was like the combat cam or something. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. So instead of 2.5 months, now it is like a year.
Right.
So I would have been in Maryland for a fucking year. Kill me. You know, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Yeah, so I got lucky.
Yeah,
I was second to last.
Wow. Yeah, that's sounds like a lot of wasted time.
Very. Very wasted time. I was on crutches the whole time I was there.
Oh, dude, that sucks. So none of that stuff. You don't use it now?
No. I mean, I feel like the only thing, I struggled with Illustrator a little bit, but we also didn't learn enough for me to like, you know, but some people like were doing it on their own and like they actually were into it.
Right.
But they were going to be full-time. So they were going to be, I remember one of my buddies, Bidnyuk, he was going to be stationed in South Korea. So he was going to be doing it all the time.
Oh, okay.
And this guy is fucking talented. He became talented with that shit. I Illustrator and Photoshop, but the only thing I was good at was Photoshop.
Right. What year was this?
2019.
2019? Okay. Yeah, a lot of those. See, I'm still a part of the old school where you draw with paper and pencils and pens and, you know, and then you paint that stuff, whether it's with, you know, like prism markers or, you know, in gouache or in acrylics. So the problem, I feel like the problem I always had with drawing was, you know, you get to this, you spend all this time on this piece and maybe you mess up in the middle of it and then you got to trash it. Just because it's not perfect now. Now you got to erase it and you're going to have all these smudges and lines underneath. And
you know what's funny is like I kind of mentioned the last podcast, like to me, you're like, oh fuck, I messed up. Well, I'm probably like, yeah, it looks perfect.
Yeah. No, it would really get under my skin, so I'd just trash it. And that was the thing that kind of put me off of drawing. And eventually I was just like, I don't want, it's not fun anymore.
No.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. And there was people that were way better than me, you know, to be honest. There's amazing pencilers and inkers and people that know how to use markers, like, you know, they know how to blend everything perfectly.
Well, yeah, but there's always going to be someone that's better than you at something. Right?
Yeah, but I couldn't even see trying to like be in that same class of the people that I thought were like amazing. Like I looked at a lot of because I also collected comic books when I was younger. So one of my favorite artists growing up was Jim Lee. He did most of the X-Men stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I loved his style, and I would just try to mimic his style, but you know, I couldn't at the time. I tried, but it didn't look that good. But I think now, like a couple years back, I started kind of playing with digital.
Yeah,
So
you're fucking good at that shit.
yeah, thank you. But I got my first iPad. I bought my first iPad, and there was this little cheap digital drawing program in there called Redux, I think, something like that. Excuse me. And I started playing with that, and I was like, okay, this is fun. You know, I could, if I mess up, I could fix it. I could color things really easily. And
No free promo.
and I loved it. But then I ended up getting a newer iPad, an iPad Pro. And the iPad Pro came with this program called Procreate.
Okay. I think I might have used that.
And I tried using it a few times, and then I gave up. I was like, oh, I don't understand this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, I left it alone, and then I came back a few months later, and I started picking it up again. Then I got on YouTube and started looking up stuff on how to use it. So then I started getting interested. So then my artistic curiosity started peaking again. And before you know it, I'm drawing full-on portraits in there, and I love it. I love drawing again. Yeah. I love, like, just sitting on my iPad and drawing for hours, because now I could sit in bed and draw. I could sit, you know, at work. I'm not supposed to be drawing at work, but I'm at work sometimes drawing.
No one knows.
I could be in my car, which I have done. Sometimes I'll be driving on, you know, while I'm waiting in the drive-through. Mm. If I have a project I need to.
Yeah, just while I'm on the 405, just fucking.
If you have a Tesla, you could just.
Fuck that.
Drive, let the car drive you.
Motherfuckers. I don't trust those motherfuckers.
But
dude.
But it made Apple. It sounds like I'm promoting Apple here, but Apple made it fun again for me to be an artist. So, you know, I'm doing a lot of that now digitally, and I think it's great. I think it's great for.
Looks great.
For anyone trying to, who's from the old school, they should give digital art, digital tools a chance. So,
do you remember the first time you went to Scary Farm?
Yeah, I went
as a guest.
As a guest.
Whole different topic.
You know what? I went to I didn't go to Scary Farm, but this is my earliest memory of Scary Farm.
Okay.
I went with my aunt, my tia Luli. During the day. This had to have been in the 80s, late 80s. I went there, and they had like this Ghostbusters show there inside of the Wagon Camp Theater, or the outside theater.
Yeah.
And they had an Ecto-1 parked right in front of the Calico Mine Ride. And then they had this Stay Puft marshmallow costume. And then they had a guy dressed as a Ghostbuster with a proton pack and everything. And I thought it was like the greatest thing ever. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, at Knott's, dude.
I wouldn't have
during the
that.
day. Yeah, during the day. And
what year was this?
It had to have been 88, 89.
Okay, so like way before.
Yeah, I was 10 years old.
Okay.
So I went, and I thought it was like I thought it was a real Ghostbuster, and you know, at that point I had watched all the movies that were out, the cartoons, the real Ghostbusters, and I remember my aunt and we went on the train, the Calico Mine train ride, and we were going through there, and all of a sudden I feel these things on my neck, and like I'm like, oh, like I thought something was grabbing me, like tickling me.
Yeah.
So I guess it was all the stuff set up for Scary Farm. So there was, and then also we passed by this this carriage, this like a funeral carriage with the coffin inside with the glass. I don't know if they still have that at Knott's.
No, well maybe. Isn't that where Forsaken Lake is now?
Yeah, they had it parked there, and then they had like a black light on it, and then at night, I think there was like a skeleton hand sticking out, or it would move. And I remember at that time at Knott's they were playing that song from the or I don't know if it's from the Olympics, the one that goes dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah, the slow motion song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know why
you're saying right now.
I don't know why it was playing on the overhead speakers, but I remember hearing that song playing. I would look at that thing and I was like, oh my gosh, and then anyways, so it was time for us to leave. This must have been, I don't think it was fully dark yet. It was getting dark. They were kicking people out of the park. I think.
Oh, for the Halloween hunt.
Yeah. So then we're walking by the main gates and I just hear all these people like their hands on the gate, on the thing, on the fence, and they're shaking it. They're like, like loud, dude, like loud. And they were shaking the fence and they're just like, they're like just ramped up. It was like a scene out of Braveheart or something, dude.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Dude. And I'm like a kid just watching this, like, what is that? As we're exiting.
Yeah.
And now I know it was Scary Farm.
Yeah.
So I was there. That was my first memory of Scary Farm or Scary Farm stuff.
Lindsay, do you have a first memory of when you Scary Farm as a guest?
Oh, I sure do.
Tell me.
I was with my best friend Jessica we have been best friends since we were 11.
Wow.
And we were at Golden West College and they were actually selling coupons at the time. So in like 2005, 2006.
It's the only way we ever got them.
Yeah. And
so
we decided to go and we did the buffet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Fancy.
fun, but it's when it was at Soak City.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they used to have it at Soak City. And then the monsters, so we would eat there, but, we would get all pretty and cute and do our makeup and hair. And then we would take pictures with the monsters. And then the monsters would walk with us underneath the tunnel, the bridge. And then we went there and we had a blast. We had so much fun. And I was so scared.
Do you remember the very first maze you went in?
It was something to do with spiders. I don't know the name.
So it was 2005, you said?
Probably 2005, 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but I just know there was a certain monster that followed me from the time I walked in and literally walked all the way through. I walked out and he was still following me throughout the entire park for quite some time.
Shit.
I was terrified.
That's probably why. I feel like they did that a lot more back then.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it wasn't really, there wasn't a rule like that like it is now. You know,
the five steps?
I think COVID changed it a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
I don't even know what the rules are because I don't really.
Yeah,
well, and then we were, two blondes, like, get away, stop. Very blonde.
Yeah. What do you remember the monsters that scared you, or the one that was walking with you? Do you remember anybody
from the spider maze? I don't even know, but I could go through my picture book and find pictures of us.
That's a long walk from Soak City to Knott's.
Hell yeah, it is.
And it was under the tunnel.
Yeah, under the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's quite a walk.
But we didn't care. We were having so much fun.
Oh, yeah, especially if it's your first time.
Yeah, we were 19 years old, having the time of our life. And, and it was during the time when you could go on the Calico Mine ride, and they were still doing scary stuff in the ride.
Yeah, I remember that.
What do you mean, like the actors in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so much fun. There were like gargoyles. I do remember gargoyles back
really
then.
Cool.
And we could take pictures with them. It was a lot of fun. And then I remember calling my mom with my flip phone, like every couple of minutes, saying, "Mom, oh my gosh, I'm getting scared." And she's like, "Okay, Lindsay, that's enough. Stop calling me now."
What did you have? What flip phone did you have?
Oh gosh.
That was in 2005?
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was a phone from Verizon. I don't know. I could, when you had to text and you had to like click it. Like,
did you have, a Razor?
Oh, yeah.
No, I always wanted a Razor.
I had a Razor.
Well, I'm jealous.
My dad had a Razor. I still have it, I think, somewhere.
Dude, that's a cool phone.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't care if it's a flip phone. It's a really cool flip phone.
So my first time, it was either 2008 or 2009. I think it was 2008. Maybe actually it was one of the other. But so I was like 8 or 9 or something. And I really wanted to go because, my parents would drop my sisters off, all the years prior with their friends. And I'm like, damn, I want to go. Like, what can I go? I'm not afraid of this shit, And like the first time I ever watched a scary movie, I was like 5 or 6. And it was like,
What did you watch?
My Aunt Debbie, I was off from school and we went to Blockbuster and we got It. And then we also got American Werewolf from London or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
So those were the first two scary. I don't know which one was first though.
They need to bring back Blockbuster, just saying.
Oh, I want to go to the last one in Oregon. But so from then, like I wasn't ever, we'd watch like, Tales from the Crypt and all that stuff,
Right.
And Dave Chappelle show, but fuck it. I was like 5.
Oh, that explains so much.
Oh yeah. That's my fucking guy right there. Me and my mom. So my dad didn't like me watching it. So me and my mom would go in the room and like kind of close the door a little bit, and then we play. And so we'd be in there cracking up laughing, and then my dad would be like, "What? You guys better not be watching that." No, we're not. Definitely not. Fuck yeah, we were.
Your mom was enabling you?
Hell yeah, dude. Me and her watched everything. But yeah, we would laugh our ass off to that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't on crack. Fuck your couch. But
I love Black Bush.
oh yeah, dude. What does he say? He's like,
Did you see how I came in?
who said some boil? Bitch, you cooking? But so anyways, so I wasn't scared of like scary stuff, so I wanted to go really bad. And then my parents were like, "Okay, we'll take you." And I was like, "Can we take my cousin? My cousin's a year older than me, cousin Anthony." And they're like, "Well, is he going to be okay?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "I don't know. Yeah, sure. I'm sure he's going to be fine."
Oh my god.
So we asked him, and they asked him a few times, like, "Hey, you're going to be okay, right? Like, you're not going to be scared?" "No, I'm fine. I'll be fine." Okay. And then we got in line, and we see when the scare actors would be by the fucking thing, when you walk in, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. And they had Quarantine. Ever seen the movie Quarantine? Zombie movie?
I think so.
That was the maze.
Wait,
And-
inside or not? Instead
Yeah,
quarantine.
they had not. They had Quarantine, and I loved the movie, and so I was like, we're going to fucking Quarantine. That's the very first maze, and dude, to this day, the best maze I ever went through.
Well,
I mean, obviously, I was a kid, right?
but it was your first.
It was my first.
course.
But dude, like in my head, the actors that were in there looked exactly like the actors from the movie.
Oh.
Like they like casted it perfectly from my memory.
Right.
And at least as a kid, I was like, that's the fucking cop that was in the movie, That's the guy that fell off the fucking stairs,
It's like when I went and I saw the Ghostbuster, I was
Yeah.
like, that's
the
Dan Aykroyd.
That's the fucking old lady right there that's sitting on the couch. But like, and like the maze was built exactly like the movie.
Right.
So it was, I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But so I was walking with my mom, and then I looked over at my cousin. Dude, he was holding my dad's hand, but his nails were digging in my dad's hand. This dude was fucking terrified, right? Sorry, Aunt, but you were terrified. But so we got out of that maze, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I was excited for more. Mm-hmm. And this dude did not want to go in anything else.
Yeah.
So we spent the rest of the night walking around, taking pictures with all the monsters.
Oh, dude.
Because I was like, dude, look at it. They're cool. Just go in the fucking maze. Just think of them in the maze. It's fine. No, I don't want to go. You can go though. I was like, I'm a type of person where I don't want to do things with other people. Mm-hmm. Like if I brought you here, I want you to come with me.
Right.
So like I didn't want to leave him by himself when I invited him. And we were really close at the time, and we still are, but he just lives farther. So yeah, we do it. I have all the pictures. My mom had one of those, the old cameras at the time.
Digital camera?
Yeah, we had to go to fucking CVS to print them out.
Oh, the wind-up camera
well,
or the digital?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I remember it was yellow.
Oh, the Kodak.
Yeah,
Like the Kodak
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
The wind-up?
little cheap ones.
No, they're like the
They were digital?
no, they were just the little ones that you could buy.
Yeah.
They were wind-up. You would wind up the thing to take a picture.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
I
I
don't
was.
remember.
I was
Some had
too
the
young.
flash. Some had the
Oh, I
flash.
don't
Did it
remember
have
that.
flash?
I don't remember.
Okay, disposable cameras.
Yeah, disposable. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah,
that's
you
the
would
name.
wind it up. You go.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
take a
remember
picture.
Dude,
winding.
I have all those pictures. I didn't know that we took that many pictures. I don't remember. I remember I only remember one clown because I remember she came up to us and she was like the nicest lady ever. She spent time talking with us. Me and my cousin, she can tell he was scared, you know, and
Right.
you guys
She
want to
was
take
a clown?
Yeah, it was a clown, Carnival.
Wow.
And dude, she was the nicest person ever. We took a picture with her. But so I have like a shit ton of pictures that I didn't know we took. And so I guess that's what we did all night. And then so we ended up making our way towards Camp Snoopy, and they had one maze right there. I don't know what it was. I remember it differently, and I looked back at videos to try and find it, and I looked through the walkthroughs, and it's not exactly how I remember it. So I don't know what the fuck. But so they bought us those lightsabers they used to sell. They used to sell cool shit back then. Not anymore. But they had lightsabers, and I remember I was walking through, and like the fog was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And so I was walking through just waving it around, and a fucking porcupine came up right behind me, and I was like, and scared the shit out of me because obviously didn't see him, and I fucking hit him with my lightsaber, and then I went running. You know, fuck it, he got in my face. You
Mystery solved, Porcupine, wherever, if you're
know?
listening.
Yeah, whoever you are.
Come get him.
Yeah. Round 2, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. They got me pretty good. That was like the last time I ever really got scared at Scary Farm.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, you know, we're sitting there, and I can tell my parents are kind of like, well, this is fucking waste, you know? And so I was like, you know what? Let's go on a maze. You know, my mom was like, we'll just go in this one, and then we'll go.
Right.
Okay, I'll do it. I really want to go on another one, obviously. And it was some like alien one. I remember it. And so we went through that one, and then we left. And then that was like my intro into Scary Farm. And I remember like every time my sisters would go, they'd always talk about the polka dots. And my parents always talk about.
Oh, I remember.
They would always talk about the polka dot maze or the polka dot, maze. And I was like, damn, that sounds like the coolest thing ever. Like I want to go through the polka dot one. That's all I would think about every time I would think about Scary Farm was a polka dot. For some reason, I was always fascinated with it. So every time I go through the maze, I just spit. Every time I go through a maze that has the polka dot, I like think it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna be put in a maze again, I'd want to be the polka dot person.
I remember that. I remember that dude or dudes or girls.
Yeah, they used to have that a lot. I mean, I don't know if they still do or not,
They'd
but
blend into the wall.
Yeah,
they had that in the clown maze. I remember wherever in Carnival when that maze.
oh yeah, and they had like the little rolling thing.
Yeah, I
You had to walk through with the bridge.
No, wait, that was the soapbox racers when they were soapbox racer was still around. There was like a tunnel of light with a bunch of holes through them. I think is that the one you're talking about?
I don't know.
I feel bad for not knowing the name of the maze. It's Big Top something. Someone's probably screaming it right now at us
Oh,
because I'm one of those people.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know the name's in my head, but I can't say it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Is it Big Bobos?
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Top or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that.
I'm sorry if you guys are listening. I'm sorry if you guys are screaming it into the mic. My apologies.
Oh, it does start with a B, no?
Bobos, Big Top, something like that.
Yeah. Oh well, who cares? It's not around anymore, right?
R.I.P.
But yeah.
You
were
live
missed.
you
You
live
were
in our
missed.
memories forever.
Hell yeah. I
You did
remember.
your job. You did your damn job.
Yeah, I
Thank
remember
you.
everyone like when you had to walk through the bridge and that fucking thing was spinning,
Yeah.
and people would be like, oh, you know, and they're gonna fucking gag.
It's crazy what we decide or what our brains decide to remember as kids. You know?
Well,
Because I don't remember the monsters that much out on the streets. I remember the mazes, you know, and
is
if
your
any-
is your memory good in general though?
it's selective. It can
Dude.
be sometimes.
My memory's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember shit from when I was like 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. I have an uncle like that. He has that type of memory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I remember this one time. So my grandpa, my dad's dad, he died when I was 2.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, somehow, I remember how he smells.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
There was this one time, like I just got home from school, and my dad was home, and my dad's buddy was fixing our fridge or something, and I had walked in the house, and I was like, "It smells like Grandpa Andy."
Oh.
He's like, "How the fuck do you know what he smells like?" I was like, "I don't know. It just that's the first thing that came to my head when I smelled or when I breathed in, you know." He's like, "Well, it actually does, so that's kind of weird, you know." So I don't know what the fuck that's all about, but yeah, I remember a lot of things, dude. a lot of things. I remember my nana and my grandpa's house, and you know, they only had it until I was probably like 2 or 3, or maybe something like that. And so I wasn't there like long enough to like, you know, but I remember where my crib was, where the orange tree was, the pool, you know, I remember the Christmas. I remember everything. Wow. It's crazy. The weirdest shit that I shouldn't remember, I remember.
I'm just gonna start telling you things, but like, Daylon, remember this. You're gonna be like my little recorder.
Well, I don't know how my short term is. Like I remember, like you ever go on like your phone and you're like, I gotta look this up, and then like you're sidetracked for like a second, and then you go back and like, what the fuck did I have my phone on for?
Yeah.
So like I don't know, but I can't remember that shit. I can't remember what I wanted to look up in 5 seconds, but I remember shit from when I was laying down in a crib when I was 2.
Yeah, maybe you just have a really good hard drive inside of you, that just stores memory, certain things that your brain wants to remember.
Yeah, I guess it's like more special things, right?
Yeah. Well, I hope that whoever's listening, that we get to the point where you guys remember us and this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, Daylon?
Yeah.
And remember,
so we'll remember you.
We will remember you. And remember that we're not drug dealers, right, Daylon?
I mean, we can be. I mean, we make a lot of money.
Because we're dope boys. So
yeah.
We
can be. Well, I mean, drug dealers are idiots, aren't they? Right?
Yeah, it depends if you want to look at it that way. Oh, Lindsay,
what is that? Is that
funny.
are those crickets?
We're making them the crickets.
I thought we had
right?
crickets.
I'm just having so much fun over here with this little board.
Did you have any more questions? I know you had.
Well, I do have one more question. I know we're running out of time.
Yeah, we'll do the one question and that'll be it.
I have one question to wrap up the Dope Boyz podcast for the evening.
Okay.
Shoot.
Hit me with your best.
Okay. Daylon and John Dario. What actor has inspired you the most as a performer?
Oh, shit.
And I don't care who goes first.
Dario, you're fucking going first. Ladies first.
Well, you've seen the inside of my bathroom, right?
Oh, I already know your answer, but I love hearing it because I love your stories. I love his stories. I just love hearing his voice.
Oh,
you're so sweet.
I love hearing his voice too.
I love his backstory to this answer too, and I think everyone else would love the backstory to it.
Well, I love Marlon Brando. For me, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. And I think he revolutionized acting where it was actually, now you thought that person was that person when they performed because of him. We got that realism. Anybody, any great that you probably have can probably trace their roots back to Marlon. Whether it's Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Benicio del Toro, even some of the modern ones, Mark Ruffalo, even Daniel Day-Lewis, all of them. They'll at some point bring up Brando, but yeah, Marlon's my favorite, and
didn't he inspire you to go to the acting school you went to?
Yes.
Wait, so do you take from him when you're the police officer?
No, not in that way. No. But I studied his same style of acting, like where he trained, I trained. So his original teacher, Stella Adler, she originally had a school in New York, and then she eventually moved to the West Coast, and she opened up a school over here on the West Coast, and then she passed away, and then somehow the school burned down or something. So all of her former students ended up opening up the school again.
Wow.
So a lot of her students I trained under. A lot of great acting teachers, Laura Leyva, Tim McNeil, Christopher Thornton, and and I mean, just amazing teachers. And I got to learn the same style of training and acting as Marlon, which was my goal when I started acting. And I think a lot of that technique, you know, I incorporated in you know, even at Knots, you know. Knots for me, acting at Knots, it depends on, I guess, who you're asking, but I've kind of come to the conclusion it's kind of like wrestling acting.
Hell yeah, it is.
Little soap opera,
Yep.
And it's in that way. You got to be a lot bigger and bolder, and the voice, and it's got almost kind of cartoonish. I think a lot of, you know, because you're not acting for the camera, you're acting for people outside, in the public. So you got to open everything up, almost like in the theater. You got to, you know, open up the voice, open up your body, you know, use the body. So a lot of that stuff I use to this day.
And I just have one backstory about Marlon Brando that I love, because we watch movies every weekend. And when we started The Godfather, can you tell everyone about the cat?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then I want to hear Daylon's answer. But I just love this backstory, and then I'll stop.
So for people that don't know, when Marlon was cast in The Godfather, Marlon was very notorious for wanting to use props. So he was also an animal lover. Marlon was a big animal lover. So I guess he had found this cat on the studio lot, and he ended up using that same cat inside of the opening scene of The Godfather. If you guys ever seen The Godfather, and when they walk into Don Corleone's office, you know, he has his cat with him, and it just seemed like that cat had been there forever. But that was actually a cat that he had found on the studio lot, and he used it.
Oh,
He used it as a prop, and it's so iconic now. You wouldn't think, you know, you couldn't see it any other way, but it's like that was Marlon's choice, you know, to do that. And but it also, you know, it changes your view on the character. You're like, wow, this guy's this powerful guy, but he's over here just relaxed, you know, playing with the cat, you know, and talking about business. Yeah, so that's the story of Marlon and the cat.
I love that story.
It was new to you because
I love backstories about actors and you know, just their love for animals, or like even how Marlon, how he talks. They made a mouthpiece for him in The Godfather. I didn't know all that. He told me. I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted like this kind of like a bulldog kind of look, you know. He just kind of wanted to, you know, have this thing like he had got shot, and you know, the dog's like this maybe. He wanted to feel like a bulldog.
It's like someone's grabbing his nuts.
He is so entertaining. He's amazing.
I'm gonna make an offer. You can't refuse.
This is why I'm with him, folks. I am entertained 24/7. I am the most blessed girl ever.
Let's give Daylon a chance now to speak.
Okay, Daylon, your turn.
Mine's not gonna be. That's gonna be quick because I didn't really think, or I mean, I guess if like looking back, if I were to see similarities, because I didn't like have a person I looked at and was like, yeah, let me do this. It's just kind of like stuff that I thought of while I'm out there. Mm-hmm. But like if you look back, I mean, Jacob has said I reminded him of, I forgot who the fuck it was. It was one of the actors from the 20s that was very like it was the actor that had like the fucking building fall on him, like, you know, he like perfectly like placed it to where the building would fall and he would go through the door hole or whatever the fuck, or window hole or whatever it was.
Was it like a comedic actor?
Yeah, like one of those
Garfunkel.
I don't know his name.
Is it Garfunkel?
I mean, I do know his name, but I can't think of it. But Jacob would say it all the time. But one of those guys, like during the Charlie Chaplin era, I think.
Right. That's a compliment. Those guys were freaking beasts.
Yeah. And then I think, maybe fucking Jim Carrey.
Oh, dude. Jim's
Maybe the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm. Dude, all of
like
them.
just the way I like looking back, like, and then when you said the wrestling, like kind of like soap opera, the way like I would like fall on the floor, I would probably say like The Rock. You know what I mean? Like when he would sell like a Stone Cold Stunner.
Buster Keaton.
That's probably the one.
Buster Keaton.
I think that's the one.
Okay.
That sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure, but he would say it all the time. It's mainly for like the what do you call it? The
physicality.
Yeah, like there's a way he would say it. Jacob would say it all the time. I don't know how he would say it, but I guess like those would be like the main ones.
But who do you like and love the most? What actor do you look up to?
Actor wise,
Or like when a movie comes out, you're like, oh my gosh, he's in it, or she's in it.
Well, right now it's probably Gerard Butler or Liam Neeson. I love those guys. Anything Gerard Butler's in, I like. It's pretty good. The Rock. Right. Although he's not one of the best actors, but I've from the wrestling, he's my favorite wrestler. So anything he does, too. Chris Tucker, that guy's fucking hilarious. Which I've said a few of his lines out in Scary Farm. I do that a lot.
Have you?
I mean, it's not. I probably shouldn't say this, but it's not 20s. But
you can kind of get away with it.
Away with it, and
sometimes.
Yeah, you got to be like smart how you do it.
Yeah.
Like I'll do the Lil Jon, the what? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you. So when people are telling me something, I go, what?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. What? Blah, blah. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. What? Blah, blah. Okay,
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like throw it out there like
Sometimes
that.
they don't get the reference, which is great.
Nobody gets
because
it.
you get away with it and you get to have your stupid little laugh.
Yeah, it's funny for me and us who know, right? Mm-hmm. Like I remember Ava and Alina would like when I was on the bumper cars, they were telling me something and I actually couldn't hear them. So I was just saying, what? And I was just doing it and they were laughing their asses off. So I was like, this is what I'm here for, But yeah, those would be the people, I guess.
Absolutely.
I love those answers.
It is a little more detailed, but yeah, I don't really think of anybody while I'm out there.
Well, folks, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to us. This was episode 2 of the Dope Boyz Podcast. And we'll hopefully see you again.
We'll see you again. You'll hear from us again. And make sure to tell your friends about us. Be a dope boy for us.
And thank you for having me on.
Absolutely.
Well, you're going to be here all the time, so it's fine. What do you mean?
Get used to it.
Yeah, you're always going to think of questions you want to ask us.
Oh, you got it.
Thanks, guys. See you guys later.
Bye, baby.
Hello, friends. Thank you for listening to our episode. If you enjoyed what you heard, give us a like, a follow, or subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Dope Boyz _podcast. Also, turn on our notifications so you won't miss an episode, as a new one drops every other Wednesday. So be ready, be dope. Dope boys are in the building.